this is what we got done so far. We have all the vertical spacers complete, and we have the inner spacers, the first 2 sets, and the outer spacers done for the bolt. We have the I mocked everything up yesterday on the with the actual shock that I have here. Pull the spring off and make sure everything's going to clear properly, and it does. So it's supposed to go like this. So the inner spacers obviously would be right here, and it would center the shock in the center of the trailing arm. It's about 150 thousandths, or not 150 thousandths, an inch and a half of distance between each one. So that goes here like this, and then this one slides in here. So everything fits pretty well. So it should work pretty well. Everything, it clears pretty well. So the plan today is to fully weld everything up. All right, let's get to it. right now we have the shock mocked up. You can see here the fitment and how the shock interfaces with the surrounding structure. We use the ARP bolt from mock-up. I think if it was my control arm, I would want ARP bolts in it. Even the spots where the shock's not occupying, I would still want an ARP bolt because it looks so freaking sick. But yeah, so the shocks, they just, let's see here. If I can grab it. So it goes here or here. Yeah, just, there's 3 spots. If you wanted to run a damper shock, you could. Or if you wanted to just change the location. That's how I designed it. We also, since the last video, I MIG welded the internal portion of these 2 twin tubes because there was a pretty decent gap. I'd say there's at least a 1/4 inch. So I MIG welded it and then I just kind of tipped over to make it look decent. That's probably the ugliest part of the control arm, but it's in the center. I mean, you're not going to see it.
Yeah.
And then
especially when you paint it.
Exactly. But I didn't want to spend time TIG welding because the more duration you spend at elevated temperatures, you actually start to pull the actual tube inboard and put a little warp in it. So I didn't want to do that. But then I also, on this side, I finished up on I kind of went all the way around the underneath this here and caught the inside to that as well. If you can focus on that. Yeah, there you go. So, but yeah, I think the way I was actually able to let me show you. The way I was able to get in there was with this. So we put a gas lens on the TIG torch, and I had it out here pretty far, about that far away, and then that allowed me to go in the inside and actually get in here, and even more so on this one, trying to get around this corner, like way in here. I had to kind of, it was pretty tricky, but I was able to get it. I didn't want to leave anything open,
yeah,
like dirt and water to get in there, so everything's fully sealed up. I think that's it.
What color are we gonna paint it?
Maybe Eric will be here tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask him. I mean, honestly, it's so tight, I'd freaking powder coat it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably go black. I mean, I'd want to actually Scotch Brite it and clear coat it. That'd be freaking sick. So, I don't know. It'd probably end up being black. But I'll leave it up to Eric. See what he wants to do. I don't really.
It used to be blue.
Yeah, it was blue. I don't want the preference necessarily. So yeah, should work pretty well. I mocked it up today on the car, and I cut this straight. So all I have to do is the angle is kind of going to be like maybe a 20-degree angle. So I'll have to notch this back a little tiny bit, and then and that's it. I mean, for the most part. But if the shock's end up being really stiff, we could just move it here if we need to. But yeah, so that's it for now. Until next time.